where Newell's up on the wall still because she had climbed up to a safe location. She's actually hovering or hanging above what looks like a small booth with this large window. And the window is mostly broken out and whatnot that stands against the western wall. You also see a large double door uh, to the north, which looks like it's blocked by a thick, translucent like shutter made from some kind of synthetic crystal. Um, so aside from that, you don't see a lot of decor on the wall. Not probably constructed decor, but what you do see are some more of those charcoal murals that you've been seeing in a few other places, all across, drawn all across the walls out here.
Sorry.
So there's a large sign that's actually hanging under the broken window that I described a second ago. Um, and it's actually written in the Kish, in the Maltar language that you recognize. It says Istamak Historical Museum.
A museum.
Istamak?
Yep.
Okay,
Istamak, yep.
is that the place where we are?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah, when you first landed at the spaceport, you saw a couple signs as you were entering that told you that the name of the city was Istamak. And I can't remember if I'm pretty sure I said that. If I didn't, don't review the video to prove me wrong.
Hey, Mike, did she get anything for her life science roll?
24, yes. You get to roll here. Okay, you get 128 bio BPUs.
Oops, sorry, wrong spot. Why is it doing that? I'm trying to change it.
I know. You have 767.
You said 100 and what? 28?
128.
Time for some math.
Bio UPBs.
What is it doing?
Because you're clicking on it.
No, that's not me.
That wasn't you. That was me.
Yeah, that was me.
That was
I don't know
you.
why.
Oh God, Newell shot someone.
With her bio.
Hey, Will, why are you pointing that thing at?
So the sturdy 3-inch thick door.
So, do you guys normally go through this door, or where do you guys normally go to talk to the?
You're talking to Chica.
Oh, to Zale.
Yeah.
She kind of comes forward a little bit and she nods to you solemnly. She said, "Yes, through this door. This is the first challenge for anyone who wishes to go in to speak with the ancients."
I'd say we passed with flying colors.
What do you mean by a challenge?
You mean the door is a challenge?
Yes, it is a feat of strength to open the door. Only those who are physically fit are allowed to meet with the ancients.
Does it
Next, forward.
Sniper, can we see if we can? Is there any like
I was gonna say,
computer?
is there an electronic access?
Well, definitely to the door, but also to the panel that I was over, kind of climbing all over.
Because it'd be really funny if it's a test of strength and you just like and it opens.
So, Sid, you wanted to look over by the booth. So, give me a perception check.
Come perception.
Come perception. Okay.
It's estimation.
I will come perception.
She and I are not getting along tonight.
Oh, that was a horrible roll.
Open please.
I was totally gonna be like, unlike my Saturday character, I can perceive with this one.
Hey, what are you guys looking at?
Apparently not.
What are you guys looking at over here?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell what it is.
I don't know. Is it some sort
Hang
of
on, let me.
I'm looking
Can I
at you looking.
computer check on the panel?
You search very thoroughly around the booth there, and you don't find anything that looks like controls or anything.
Oh, okay.
What did I get?
What about
No,
the
are you searching the same area?
Yeah,
Okay, no, you
I'm
don't-
just
you don't find
searching
anything
where
there.
everybody else is searching.
do you
He's got
find
the
it?
part.
That was by the counter. Do we find any kind of panels by the door? Or can Cypher, you've got an ability to do things wirelessly, right? Do you notice anything around?
If I use my wrist computer, do I notice any kind of systems that I can pick up on, or is everything in this area pretty much dead?
Is there any Wi-Fi you can break in?
Yeah.
It's interesting you ask. So while the city is somewhat in ruins, you're actually kind of surprised by the stark uh, lack of any kind of infosphere or wireless networks or anything since you've been traveling to the city.
Wow.
Um, so, okay, you want to look over by the door, so give me a perception check as you're searching around the door.
Actually, seeing how trashed everything is, I don't think I am that surprised.
Is
Good
there, are there any like data access ports that you can hardwire into?
All right, look. Give me a perception check to look for any access ports, data ports, R2D2 ports.
Everybody start for looking around, poking for holes.
Oh,
Nope.
perception.
Hey, Drez is back.
Drez is back. Drez, we found an ultra thin dueling sword. If you're interested.
Did Drez find beer?
No.
Fail. Forget it. We didn't find an ultra thin dueling sword for you.
So-
Drez isn't happy.
The group searches the area pretty thoroughly, and about 15 minutes or so go by. You're starting to get frustrated by a lack of progress. When Ryder is actually looking at some of the charcoal drawings on the wall, and he realizes that one of them, one of the towering figures drawn on the wall, which it kind of looks like it was drawn to represent one of the Kish ancestors watching over the city. But the more you look at it, you realize it's kind of got its arm up and it's kind of pointing. And while at first glance it looks like it's pointing, like directing like the people who are below it, but you realize the more you're looking at it, it's actually pointing to a certain spot on the wall. And you go over and run your hands across it, and you realize there's an incredibly well hidden panel just beyond the point of his finger.
Hey guys, do you see this here?
What?
I didn't, but now that you pointed out, I do.
So it's
Yeah,
one of those where it's got like the flat cover, but when you press on it and it pops out on a spring.
Yeah, I like push it in with a finger as it like pops out, and
Watch for snakes.
I'm just like, all right, my work here is done, and I step back and watch admiringly.
As what?
I'm assuming as you guys approach and do your, I don't know,
Well, what's behind
electronic
the
thing.
panel?
Looking inside, it's actually pretty simple inside. Although the technology comes from a different source, you see what you easily recognize. Looks like a breaker switch of sorts.
Hey, Mike, can I send Canary up above this building and get its layout? You know, do I see like any windows or anything like that that I might be able to peek into with Canary?
I
Yeah.
get it. The whole place is shut down because the breaker is off.
So you
Are you flipping the breaker?
I'm flipping the bird.
Flipping the breaker.
okay,
Totally flipping the breaker.
so while you're flipping the breaker, so yeah, you fly Canary up and you do a survey, and you actually find no windows. The only entrance you can find to the building is the one that you're coming in right now.
Okay.
You do a thorough inspection of the roof of it, and it's all fully intact still. There's no holes to peek in or anything like that.
Know any big ventilation or anything that we might be able to get through? Or
There's not.
okay, all right. Any? I'm going to send it around the perimeter. Is there any other entrances?
Just the one you're coming in.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so seriously, I open the panel and I step back and I'm like, you guys do your thing, figure it out.
You want to take this cipher?
All right, I'll. It looks like a breaker switch.
Yep.
All right, I'll flip it on.
I was gonna say, does it look like it's off or on right now?
It's hard to tell, but it's definitely in one
Higher.
position, and it has only one
Whatever
other
position it's in, I'll put it in the other position.
I know you can't help but flip switches that you come across. It's
You
like
can't. I mean, come on. It might as well be a big red candy-like button.
Hopefully you didn't just break it.
it's
So
a
you
break-
flip the switch, and you hear like a faint humming sound, and there's a bluish hologram pops up in the corner right about there. It depicts a welcome sign that starts to, like, welcome to Istamek, and then it puts up this giant 3D image of the floating city of Istamek.
Wow.
It looks similar to what you saw when you had flown around when you were scoping out the entire island, but you can see where the pieces are now missing from your flyby, from the much larger size of what the city originally was. Um,
Does
as
it
you're,
look like an old map? Like, did we notice that it's showing buildings that are no longer there?
it's definitely showing buildings that are no longer there.
Ooh. Hey, Cypher, can you record that?
Uh,
Download
I don't
it.
know. Can I? Is there?
Of course you can. You're Cypher. Cypher.
Well, I
it.
mean, is all it was a switch. Is there a data jack or something where I can plug in and download this?
There's no data jack, but do you have any kind of video recording capability?
I'm sure.
Canary
Yeah.
Or maybe
Don't you have like a magic eye?
I don't know if there's recording on that or not. I mean, I do, but I think it's mostly for targeting.
Well, if nothing
I
else,
have.
Canary can record it through his cameras.
And then you can jack into the canary.
Well, what we can do is load up the. I can change that video into images, and then load that image into the map of the starship, and then we can project that onto our, dashboard in there and see what places are missing. Might be interesting to find something that's of interest. You know what I'm saying?
You could definitely do that. So yeah, it's, Cypher, you review for your, the functions of your cyber eye, and you do find a recording function. So you mentally turn it
Cool.
on, and as it does a full circle, and the holographic map does a full rotation, you get a pretty thorough visual layout.
Sounds good.
Are you far enough away from the ship that you can't beam that aboard the computers?
I don't know. That would be a question for Mike.
Currently, the
And
ship
are we?
is powered down.
Oh, okay.
We're too far from the ship for me to access the ship's computers from where we are.
If it was powered up, you'd probably be within range.
Okay.
So just as it finishes its first rotation, you hear what this garbled audio starts to play as well. And it says, "Welcome to," in a language that, so the rest of you don't know what this is saying. You just hear gibberish, but Newell recognizes the language. And it says, "Welcome to Istamek, shining city of progress. Come to witness living history." Some gentle music kind of plays in the background. And it says, "Don't hesitate to ask questions, and come again soon."
Spared no expense.
Spared no expense. This part will have booming drums and...
Can I ask
Do
you,
I
have you seen this before?
do I still have the language thing on me?
Are you talking about the...
Like
Spell
she
icon.
cast
I don't
something on
remember
me.
how long it goes.
Oh, yes, because it's still the same day. I think that's a number of hours. I don't think you guys have stopped to rest anywhere just yet. I am revealing map outside of the building because Canary did the fly around.
Okay. So you said
so
it's a test of
you at least
strength
have
to get
the...
through this door?
It is a test of strength, but the next thing you notice as the rotation goes through a couple times, the glass-like door, the covering, just kind of rolls up out of the way. Tazale sits there. She, because she'd heard, I did hear your question. She nods approving and says, "You are very wise." Said most would try to break through this barrier with brute strength, but none but the ancestors themselves possess the power to do so. But you found a way to open it, and I'm very proud of you.
Can we take another quick look around this room to see if anything else turned on?
Okay. You do another pretty thorough search, and I mean, there's just some lights, a few little lights overhead, so you can see a little bit better, and the hologram itself. But no, you don't find anything else.
Okay. Well, let's go.
All right.
You know, Newell, it sounds like your ancestors or your makers or whoever these people are, they kind of valued knowledge. So, maybe it was more strength of brain instead of strength of brawn.
Would be.
Maybe something that theme carries through the building. Might want to think about that.
Deep thoughts
Don't
with
think
Wesley
too
Crusher.
hard on that.
All right, so we're going through the door.
Yeah, go through.
You proceed through the door.
Ron, go first in case there's more space.
I'll go second. Drez, you want to take
coming.
lead?
I'm coming.
So,
By the way, did you hear about the ultra thin dueling sword?
Yes, I haven't looked it up yet. I still have to look it up.
Okay.
But I'll like strap it to my back for now.
okay. So the murals that were on the outside, the charcoal murals, they continue into this room.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
This
I'm gonna-
time showing much smaller figures in the streets of a very stylized city, looking towards. They're in the city, looking up towards this large archway to the west, leading to this wide, dark hallway. There's a small counter, which you see back here. I'm not gonna click the right option, Mike. Back there. In the northwest corner, with a number of dusty shelves and empty hooks occupying the eastern side of the room.
Okay.
A counter shelves. Is this like a store or something?
I'm gonna give a smell and a sniff and a listen before I step into the room and look around for anything on the ground like a trap.
All right,
It's
but
the gift shop.
Exactly. It's like, what kind of temple was this?
as a matter of fact, well, this isn't the temple. This is the Maze of Ghost, where they meet with the spirits. Yeah, you haven't gotten to the temple found yet.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Kind of like an interesting museum with a gift shop and.
yeah, as a matter of fact, that's exactly what it looks like. While it's covered in dust and cleaned out, you imagine that thousands of years ago there was probably stuffed kish plushies on the shelves and
Kish plushie.
Do they go squish, squish, kish?
yeah, like you pick one up and squeeze it and it goes woo.
Okay, so do I hear or see anything, or before I step in the room?
You do not. Nope. There is just a light, like a bluish light coming from through the hallway.
Okay,
But no, you don't hear anything in the room at all.
I'll step up and peek around the corner.
All right. All right, so around the corner, just peeking around, you see what look like displays that are attached up on the wall, kind of hollow. So you see the box right there. So it has holographic displays, but they're contained within those display units there.
What do they show?
This one looks like it's depicting what looks like a group of Kish walking around, going through the various activities for what look like the planning and construction of a huge city. That it's on this kind of an idealized version of this rock floating in the clouds.
Okay.
You see them working through three-dimensional electronic blueprints. You see an important looking figure come up. Looks like he's reviewing it and nodding approvingly and whatnot. And then, construction workers start coming in, and almost in cartoon fashion, the city starts being built up on this floating rock.
Cool. All right, I'll step forward and see what we got. Is there a door right here? Oh, it's a hallway. All right.
Well, we should search this room back here first, right?
You want
Yep.
to check the shelves and the plushies?
Yeah.
And why they do that, I'm going to scan this hallway for any traps.
Who's
Okay.
moving switch or a switch here?
I'm moving them.
Oh, okay.
He's putting that meat shield in front.
Exactly. You got
All
the
right,
two
so
red-
you start doing a thorough search of the of that room to make sure there's no traps. Meanwhile, the rest of you are scavenging out front. You notice Tazale remained actually outside. She's not following you into the maze. But she does seem to be, like, she goes up to the wall and she sits down and looks like she's settling in for a wait.
You gonna be okay out there, Giselle, or you wanna follow us in here?
No, I'm quite safe here. I know the threats that this land contains.
Oh, please tell.
Are you sure one of the snakes got away?
No.
Oh, no worries. I actually plan on turning this show. She comes up and grabs the other snake body, the parts you didn't take, and starts stripping the skin back and cutting the meat off.
Gross.
And says,
Okay.
I must claim the meat from this beast. Nothing is wasted here in Istamek.
Wait a second. The meat's tasty?
Very.
I want some.
All right, later.
All right.
Is there anything else we should know about going in?
You will learn as you go. If you prove yourself worthy to the ancestors, they will reveal their knowledge to you.
I give kind of like a little worried thing and kind of say like, I'm not an ancestor. Should I be worried?
Are there any other dangers we should look out for?
Now that would be cheating, wouldn't it?
Okay. Great.
So you had mentioned you wanted to search the outside area. So you do a quick search, which is not hard to do because, like I said, this is mostly dust and whatnot. But lying in one of the corners, under a huge heap of dust, you find an ancient package that's completely covered up because it's kind of thin. But when you get up close to it and you uncover the dust from it, you realize it's a hollow skin still in its packaging.
It says FedEx 2-day air. Do we all have hollow skins? I'm pretty sure.
I think I have one.
I have one.
Yeah, I had one.
Can I dress Timex in a hollow skin?
Well, technically you can, yeah.
Hey, do you mind if I see that?
Go for it.
All right. So I'm like totally like trying to skin Timex with it.
Okay.
Now up your club. Now your other arm.
Yeah. Lift your arms. Now one leg. There you go. Get in there. Hop to it. There we go. Won't zip in the back. It's going to look weird. And I totally like program the hollow skin to look like this giant dog.
All right. As you're working on that, by now you finished the looking at your check here, 18. You finished searching that area for traps, and you do not find any. So you've got the 5 holographic displays that you can see. And then also here you see another holographic display, which looks like this enormous starship of a make and a model that you definitely don't recognize, sitting in the middle of the hallway, or the chamber.
Do I notice anything odd or interesting about the holograms?
Are they on?
Yeah, they're on.
Oh, are they saying anything? Maybe it's like they're telling us some stuff. Maybe there's a code. Maybe they're like telling us information that we need further along. It's like a museum, you know. You got to listen to the exhibit to learn what's going on.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
So there's no audio with the displays, but you can see as the first 5 are displaying more of the scenes of the building in the city of Estimek. Every now and then they glitch a little bit and like you miss frames and whatnot, but for the most part it looks like the data is still intact on the display.
Wait, are they glitching at a certain frequency? Like, is it a code?
Give me a science check.
Oh yeah, a science check. Yeah,
Computer science?
yeah, computers.
What kind of science?
Would just a computer do it?
Not necessarily computers.
engineering or
Uh,
no,
Yeah, like engineering.
physical science.
physical science?
Oh, yeah, you don't want me checking. I mean, I'll try maybe. I mean, hey, I got 25.
Dang.
Me?
Not counting like 1, 2, 3. It's like a storm, right?
So
One,
while you guys
2,
watch
3.
Wesley standing there counting, and you don't find a pattern, by the way, but
Oh, damn.
it was a neat idea.
Are there any interfaces that we've passed yet, like data ports or anything that Cypher can jack into?
Nope, you don't see any at all, or nothing that you recognize as a data port.
Okay, I'm gonna peek around this corner.
All right.
Okay.
What about the ship thing? What ship is it?
You take a look at it, and you recognize it. The make and model is definitely look like a ship that was built by the Maltar. But it's non. Aside from that, it's pretty nondescript. Like it doesn't have any markings on it or anything.
There's like no name on a plaque in front of it, or
Nope.
like an info card, or
It doesn't show that it's like secretly buried here somewhere.
No. Yeah, it's not like labeled. There's no label on it that says, "Come see the stellar degenerator."
I mean, you already got rid of one of our extra ships. I was just seeing if we could find another.
He's careful now.
this model ship was the first kind to offer the warp jet.
The jump drive.
Yeah, the jump.
Yeah, there we go. The jump drive.
All right, let's keep searching.
So what is this another? What's this right here? Like another holograph?
Yep, another hologram.
Look at you, Newell, jumping up to the front line.
Curiosity.
I'm gonna get you killed.
So the type of displays start to change as you come to this section of the room. This portion features animated holographic displays of manufacturing and other industrial work in progress. You see a miniature version of a gas mining vessel, like flying around Istamec and scooping up clouds and whatnot. You see an alien in a jumpsuit standing at a console at this automated production line, and another sits at a large workbench performing delicate repairs on what looks like this tiny technological item of Kishaline make. So just like the ones before, these displays loop every few minutes, and although these you actually have some touch screens attached to them.
Ooh, interactive display.
Let's.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys mess with that.
Hey, Cypher, there's some panels up here. You want to take a look?
Which ones are the panels?
Like right here.
Like the ones
Like
over,
these.
the one in this section here.
Oh,
Yeah.
these
Is this one?
Yeah. So all of these,
Uh.
like these 5 in here, you see almost like little iPads attached to the sides of the display.
Okay, let's touch. Let's see what we can find out with the touchscreens.
I'll peek around this corner while they're.
Is this one that I'm standing in front of right here?
No, the displays were not in that first hallway, but they are in the second hallway.
Okay.
Do we need to do a computer check to see if we can get into them at all?
Well, you don't. You recognize the language. You're like, oh, this is a space iPad. Flip to unlock. You recognize the characters because it's the same one for your language. So you're in and you're like surfing through, like, oh, this is someone's Kindle from back in the day.
Hey, come over here. I'll give you a quick crash course in Maltor iPads.
Cool. I'll take a look. Can you
So-
teach me something?
The interface is actually kind of simple. So when you see these names with these faces attached to them and whatnot, and like one of them is Mayor Durhan, and like Chief Architect Vaspa, and there's like a list that goes on from there, listing dignitaries and whatnot from the early days.
Hey,
And
Mike.
you realize that you can pick them, and it'll activate some kind of interactive display for the individual that you pick.
If I sit there and look at everything, can I like roll a culture check to see if I like learn something?
Sure.
Yeah. I got a terrible culture. Let's see what happens. Holy cow.
Well, it's
26.
it's
Oh, I
obvious from the displays that the Kishaline took their their culture here quite seriously, and they were very, very proud of their accomplishments. There's obviously a lean towards industry, and you can tell by the displays that they had found the floating rock that is now called Istamek, and they built the city up from there for some grand purpose.
Does it even say what purpose?
You haven't learned what purpose yet, but
Oh.
Or anything about
They
where
built-
they came from before?
They built the city on rock and roll.
Yeah.
Wait, they built the city on a rock and it rolled?
everyone, hang on.
Rolodex. So if I like hang out with the wheel and like she's going through all this stuff, can I pick up a couple of Kish words? Like, can she teach me like some cuss words?
Yeah, you're older 25, so yeah, you learned a couple Kish cuss words.
Donde el baño? Uno más cerveza, por favor.
Awesome. Can I write that under my abilities?
Yep.
Kish cuss words.
10 cuts in Kish.
I'm totally going to. How do you spell Kish?
Kiss my ass.
Kish.
I'm looking around this corner now.
Drez is like, that's enough of this.
I'm gonna
So
learn my
as you're
city.
playing with the data pad,
But
Oh.
one of the holograms pops up over here and says, "Thank you for selecting Chief Engineer Hasha. Welcome to the Museum of Istamek. What questions can I answer for you today?"
How do you
So
walk?
this just popped up.
I heard two of you talk. I couldn't understand you. What was that?
So this just popped up right here.
Yeah, it just popped up right there. It looks like it's being displayed right from the terminal that Wesley was interfacing with.
hi, who
Is
are you?
it speaking in common or is it speaking in?
Oh, that's a good point. It is not speaking in
Moltor.
common. It is speaking in the language of the Kishiline. Now, it's not speaking the broken language that the Kish speak. It's actually speaking in pure Kishiline, which you completely understand, Noel.
Excellent. And you get it.
I don't know. Do I know Kish or do I know broken Kish?
I know Kish now, bitch.
So I'll ask, do you know anything about the temple doors and their operation?
Tem-
Why not?
temple
Engineer?
doors. I'm not familiar with the temple.
That.
Who are you?
That-
Like, what are you famous for?
As I said, my name is Chief Engineer Hasha. I am famous for the great foundry that we built here in the city of Istamek, which is the center of our industrial strength.
The foundry. What does the foundry do?
It creates many of the great inventions that are produced by the Maltor.
What are some of these inventions?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. He kind of glitches and freezes a little bit, and he starts going through a litany of food stuff and weaponry and computer technology, and except for those of you who are engineering minded, most of it doesn't even seem to interest you. A good third of it, you have no idea what they're saying. Like the words, you recognize them as Kishiline words, but they don't even translate to anything. They don't make sense to you at all.
Okay.
I think they make straws.
What would you
From-
say was your most prized invention?
Prized invention? That's an excellent question. I think our most prized invention would be the city of Istamek itself. We are a hub of industrial strength and an important part of the Kishiline race.
Do we know where we were, like on the map that we saw? Do we know where the temple was?
No one had actually asked, no.
Oh, I'm gonna run back and ask her.
That
While,
might have been useful information.
while she's running back, he said that this was a jewel of the.
He kind of watches Newell go and he goes, "Oh, we lost one. I must be boring."
Of the
No, you said that if the city was your best invention. Are you like saying that the city is a machine? Like the city functions as something?
Well, the city is interconnected. I mean, this is the height of Kishiline technology. Our computer systems and security systems help to run all the operations of the city. Very few individuals need to engage in menial manual labor at all. The system in the city take care of almost everything.
So is
So-
the city, everything in the city, the buildings and stuff, interconnected in sort of like a interconnected, hive-minded, biodiverse machine?
Does he know Walter?
No, so you actually see Ryder or Wesley asking these questions, and the hologram's looking at him, nodding like it knowing what he's saying, but then babbles back in Kishiling. You have no idea what it's saying, and
You know what?
you do know
I
none
know.
of its curse words. So
Yeah. I don't think it was
It
mentioned.
didn't cuss at you. So
yeah, Ryder,
So-
since you're still under the effects of the spell, you understand what he's saying though.
So based off of what he said before, also he said this was the height of like Kishin technology and stuff. Does he know like other Kishin settlements?
Well, yes, of course I do. Although none are as fair and grand as Istamek. I mean, the Kishiling Empire covers most of the known galaxy.
I'll be back. I have questions. If I get it back to her, can I have her point on the map where the temple is that we're going?
Yep. She nods. She's kind of curious why you'd be asking, but then she shows you a large building on the eastern side of the island, and she says, "This is the temple found."
Yeah, I think we did actually.
Any other major points on this map that you can point to me that I would just get my bearings?
She says, "Well, it's hard to say. I mean, not this map is not representative of Istamek as it is today. The ancestors have been kind to us, but we have seen our fair share of hardship." Because, of course, the
Okay.
temple found. She points to an area north of that. And she says, "This is Hearth." And she kind of gets a little bit sad and says, "That was my home until Hoyfek threw us out." And she goes to the far, southwest corner to an area where you actually visited briefly. This is this has been labeled as our ancestors as the Cloudside condominiums.
Oh,
As to what?
Condominiums.
Condominiums.
Well,
She points to she goes, and much of this is different. She points to this giant section in the middle, where on the map, the holographic map, there's all these huge skyscrapers and whatnot. And she points at it and says, "None of this is here anymore. All of these have fallen into ruin, and Istamak herself is given back to us, and the hunting grounds have grown up here."
Can I ask the hologram if there is like a central power hub for the city?
That is a most curious question, and one I'm not sure I should answer. What else would you like to know?
okay. I'm gonna thank her and head back to the party.
I was just curious of the interconnectedness that you said the city had. I was wondering if there was a main power source for it all.
Yes, but you must understand, for security reasons, I would not share that information with just anyone.
Okay, when I get back, I'm gonna ask him to. I'm gonna point on the map and say, "What is this building that she said the temple was?"
Ah, that is the foundry, the heart of all of Istamek.
This is where you do all the inventing. That's what you're talking about earlier.
Oh yes, that is the heart of the industry, the original purpose for which the city was built and around which we grew everything up.
They took some invention.
Okay.
Is there an inventory of the inventions that you know of there?
No, but I'm sure if you go visit the foundry, they do regular tours there as well.
Is there a special way to operate the doors of the foundry?
He kind of glitches a little bit and says, that is not information I am willing to share."
If there was trouble on this floating island, where could we go for help?
You ask the most curious questions. I'm beginning to suspect you're not here for altruistic reasons.
Of course we are. We have an administrator with us, and I kind of pushed Cypher forward a little bit.
What's it?
Can you? I'll use my mind circlet with you and say, can't you like hack into this and make one of us an administrator?
Is there some way I can hack into the touchpad?
So you search around the touchpad, and it does have what you imagine is a data port jack. You don't have anything that fits it, but if you want to try an engineering check, you can jury rig a connection to it.
Can I just hack into the datapad's interface, user interface? Is there a way around the datapad's user interface where I can just use it to try to access things?
So you play around with it a little bit, and you can tell it's a very simple UI, mostly just to go through and pull up the different hologram dignitaries and whatnot.
Okay. You said an engineering check?
Yeah,
Yep.
Perhaps you can hook him.
I did.
Oh, you did.
All right. So you take out a cable and you pull out a knife, and you cut off the end of it, pull the wires apart,
Start splicing up.
start splicing, yeah, and work on it, and you create a hookup that you're pretty sure will work, and you slide it into it, and like you see the hologram glitch a little bit, and he stops and looks at you, and says, "That was a mistake,"
Oh.
and I need you all to roll for initiative.
Do I have to roll since
Good
I'm
idea there, Ryder.
hiding somewhere?
Yeah,
am I in
you're following behind. So
Since she just got on, would she have taken a 10-minute rest to get her stamina back up?
nope. I'll take it where I can get it. All right. I think we have everyone now, and Cypher is first, which is fitting because he's at the middle of the action.
They're holograms, though, right?
That they are.
I jacked in with my check, right? I am in the system.
Oh no, you're not in the system. Oh, you mean
Okay,
physically? Physically, yeah, you did.
Can I continue making computers checks to see if there's some way I can get in and shut these holograms down?
All right, that'll take a standard action. Go ahead and give me a computers check.
How about we throw that breaker out there?
Somebody has to run back if that's the plan.
All right, there are several hologram subroutines that are running. There's actually around 20 or 30 of them. You don't see 20 or 30 holograms around here, but you think you can start working through them. If you start shutting them all down, if you get them all down, you may be able to shut all of the holograms down.
Okay. I kind of tell the group, hold them off. If I can find the right subroutine, I can shut these guys down.
What do you want us to do? Blow on them? They're
Yeah. Do you have like a flashlight we can shine on them? I mean, what?
Can you just make them think we're friends?
Ooh, different tactic.
Drez.
Well, I can't talk to them. So you do the talking, and I'll do the shutting down.
I just meant the computer. Can you make the computer recognize us as friend and not foe? Or
Not
turn off?
hostile.
I don't even understand
Can't
the
we just blow the
language I'm
computer
looking
up?
at. Just keep them off of me for like 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll try talking.
I totally got an idea.
Why don't we just blow it up?
Like,
Wait,
kicks
wait.
on
Hold on.
holoskin.
Too many words. 6-second turns. Drez, your turn.
All right, I'll say. I'll defer till after Wesley says his idea.
Okay, go ahead. 6 seconds. Say it fast, Michael.
Oh, thanks, Dress. It's usually not people that
Shut up.
really listen to me.
All right, Drez, your turn.
Turn on. See, was turn on your hollow skin and make yourselves look like a hologram just like them and walk past. Boom!
Screw that.
He like turns his hollow skin, like becomes a blue guy, a blue man group.
Well, won't the computer be smart enough to realize that the DNA is not the same?
Yeah, but Wesley won't be smart enough. And that's all that really matters.
A hypothesis, okay?
I'm going to get very
It's a
hypothesis in life.
Wow.
We're trying.
So, what are you doing, Billy?
So technically, I was delaying my turn till after Wesley.
But now he's just disappointed.
Okay, so Michael, go ahead and give me a computers check, or I'm sorry, disguise check to reprogram your holoskin to look like a hologram.
Oh, disguise? Yeah, about that.
Hell.
I totally turned my what was my hollow skin configured to be like some sort of like bar dancer or something?
No, that was Switch.
What was mine? Because I wasn't there that day. What'd you guys
You were a
program?
little girl.
Yeah, I'm totally a blue little girl now.
You're,
Oh no,
Why are you suddenly a little girl?
no, this
Because
is
he
what you look
activated
like.
his hollow skin, and his hollow skin was programmed to make him look like a little girl.
So that's what you. That would be a nice backup, except what you came out looking like is this insect dude with like smoke coming out of your arms.
Oh, what do you think?
Why don't you try it? Let's see.
Shut up, Wes.
It's pretty intimidating.
All right, Drez.
Yeah, that idea sucked.
Gee, tell me how you really feel.
That idea sucked ass.
What's your idea?
I'm gonna kill this thing.
Well, that's a good idea.
I'll step up and I'm just gonna swing at this one right here.
All right,
Ooh, this would be
that's KAC. So
Yeah.
you're not sure if you. So you're not sure yet if you'd actually heard it, but the hollow kind of ducks and dodges out of the way.
The frick.
Wait, did that hologram just duck?
I don't
Yeah.
think you can hit these things.
All right,
Yeah.
Zelaria.
So,
Kim- okay.
are we blowing these guys up or not?
Looks like that's what Drez is trying to do. Yeah.
Do your best. They're holograms. I don't know how effective your weapons will be.
So are these holograms being projected by a little projector from the ground? If so, you could attack that.
Exactly. Where are the holograms coming from?
All right, give me a perception check.
Like, did I just click right there?
Yeah, that's a big perception.
So you see the circle.
Uh-huh.
Those appear to be the projectors.
Okay,
Yeah, hit those.
that's what I'm gonna do as soon as I find my freaking weapon.
You know, we're worried about being able to damage the holograms, but how much damage can a hologram actually do to us?
Yeah, hey Drez. Stand there and let it hit you.
Well, I'm not moving, so
I mean, it could be the thing like the front. Maybe it's more strength of brain than brawn. Maybe
Maybe if we don't do it, we don't do it now.
Okay, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. So
I haven't threatened them.
which one do you want to attack, Kimber?
I want that one.
I can't see which one you pointed at. Hold your mouse over it, and it'll do a little ping. Okay, that one.
Yes.
So you run over to that one.
I wasn't really gonna move. I was just gonna blow it up with my pistol.
Oh, okay, you can do that too. All right,
you keep your hands off her.
go ahead and give me the attack roll.
Full attack?
Are you doing a full attack?
I
So
don't know. Am I doing a full attack?
if you do a full attack, you attack twice, but you take a -4 penalty to each attack.
Then no.
Okay.
Screw that. Yeah.
And 11 is not enough, unfortunately.
It has to do some damage. A little bit.
Oh, it does to the wall.
You make Cypher dance.
Yeah.
Boo. Fail.
Hey, it was so close.
Careful there.
Smoking.
I'm working over here.
Well, work faster.
The
Shoot straight
hologram,
at.
the hologram that you aggravated looks at you and says, "Or stop working altogether." And it pulls back a fist, and its fist kind of looks like it grows in size, and it punches at you.
Like,
And it
At
also
me?
swings around, and it also tries to punch at Newell.
Wow, she was
The
nothing
one
but
right
friendly.
in front of me? Okay.
Yep. So Cypher, out of instinct, jumps out of the way of the first attack. Does an 18 hit Newell? This is
No.
against your KAC.
No, you're super high.
I don't know. I'm going to look.
You're right there. 24.
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. So it misses with both attacks. You're not sure what would have happened, and it backs up just a little bit, 5-foot step, and then the rest of the holograms start to move. This one hops down. I forgot to load these guys up, so does a 19 hit Zalaria's KAC? Oh, wait. Actually, I can just do this. There we go.
Ow.
So that was that's actually a 19, not the 37.
Damn.
So what's it supposed to hit? See if it hits.
Your KAC, which is towards the top on the
Oh,
right.
sorry. My math is horrible. It'd be a 20.
No,
Does
20.
a 20 hit your KAC?
20 hits my KAC.
All right. So it punches into you, and it's like the light takes a solid form, and as it slams into you, you're startled, and it does 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh wait, no, it's 22 because it's 10 plus 8 plus Dex, which is 2. So wait, no, where is my dexterity?
It should be just written on your.
Yeah, it
sheet.
should be right on the sheet. So
Dex is blank.
no. So that just means plus dex. So it takes whatever your dex is and adds it in. If you look on the left-hand side where it says where it says T for total,
Okay.
that is your total. Okay, so it does hit you.
How does it hit me? You said it was 19.
No, I did my math wrong. It's a 20. It's plus 18. I rolled a 2.
Oh, really? Really? Really, Mike?
Plus 18.
It is plus 18.
Good lord.
It does 14 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
We need better armor. And I just bumped.
So that's my red.
No. Your green comes off first. Your stamina.
Oh, you're trying to kill me. Cool.
Well, your green comes off first, then your red comes off. So.
Yeah, the red is the dangerous, but the green is what you get first.
Right.
So minus 14?
Yep.
Green is kind of like your shields, and red is your actual hit points.
Yep.
Yeah, red is blood.
I put the minus 14. Why did it not take it?
Did you hit enter after you did minus 14?
Oh, there it goes.
I just did it for you.
Yes, I did.
Okay. I don't know why it didn't work then. So, all right. 1, 2,
I find it very
3,
convenient, Mike.
4, 5.
Very
This one comes
convenient.
walking up to Drez and punches at him. 35 hit Drez
Let's see, that hits.
for 14 points of damage.
Bad. This is very bad.
Yeah.
And can we find a way to kill these guys, please?
The other one that was standing next to Drez also punches at him. Does it
Jeez.
30 hit Drez, I assume, for another 18 points of bludgeoning damage?
Oh my god.
Holy hell. So I need to make fortitude saves?
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you for being honest. So yeah, as they punch into you... Oh, no, not from these, no.
Oh.
Sorry, that's just the big one.
He's trying to kill us. Y'all see this, right?
Well, that's his job.
No, his job is to have fun, not try and murder us.
So, Drez, from your angle, you see another of the hollows come around the corner.
There's 6 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Cypher said there was like
5,
20 in the computer, right?
Yeah, but that's just because they were like the non-hostile ones.
Uh-oh. This is getting very bad very quick.
6. This one
This
closes
sucks.
the difference
This really
with
sucks.
Newell.
Oh, God.
This really sucks.
And a 31 punches you for 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mike, be
And
nice.
No, that's not my job. And that is the end of their turn. Newell, it is your turn.
Ouch.
Do I recognize this technology from anything the Malthor did on our planet?
Give me... no.
Give me no. Give me
But I will
a
let
no.
you make a mysticism check.
Okay. I would like to not give you a no. Mysticism.
Sion.
Okay, so a
Sion.
21 will allow you to identify them, but you're not going to get any questions. So, while the technology doesn't exist to create these, you do remember hearing of extremely rare circumstances where holograms can take on living attributes and become living holograms. Usually, it happens as there's some kind of mystical occurrence that happens in combination with the corruption of the data for the hologram, and it generates this very rare spontaneous event. And these have apparently been turned into living holograms.
Great. Living hologram. Okay.
Wait, so does that mean we can kill them?
You can
It means they're
try.
living.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Okay. I am. All right. I'm going to use my. Oh, how can I shift to?
You can take a 5 foot guarded step and not provoke. Or, if you wish, you can try it. If you want to go farther than 5 feet, you can make an acrobatics check to tumble away to avoid an attack of opportunity.
Tumble.
I
There's
think-
three
okay.
hits you would take.
Yeah, but if I can get him in line, I've got that spell that, like does 3 in a row or does so many in a row.
So
Know what I
you,
mean?
if that's what you want to do, you can try to tumble to there. If you fail to tumble, you will take 3 attacks of opportunity, though.
3 attacks bad. Okay.
But yeah, if you did successfully get there, you could use your line spell and blast all 3 of those.
Okay.
Mike's like daring you to do it. He's seeing like 3 attacks. He's like, ooh.
Can I try and 5 foot back and then try and get the 2 that are kind of
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
okay? Let's try those 2.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you want to do like a line.
The one in the middle and the one straight behind him.
Just click on.
Yeah, like through there. You try and catch
Oh,
2
you
of
can
them.
get all 3. Look at that.
Shazam.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and cast your spell.
Pushing the button.
Where are you?
Finally, I push on something and nothing goes.
Go back.
What
to
did
it.
I do?
Okay, you have to close the. There. Now click it.
My mama said I was good at pushing buttons. I could push her buttons all day long.
All right, so a line. All right, I need to make some reflex saving throws. So I'll start with the big bad guy first for the first one. Oh, where's his saving throw at? Right there. All right, he succeeded. All right, this is for the one to the right of him. He succeeded.
Dear God.
Holy
That's just good rolls. They only have a reflex of 5.
Jiminy Christmas.
Those are
they
6 slower. I don't know why it added 6 into those. So the first one is actually just a 17, so the big guy failed. The one to the right succeeded, and the bottom guy failed. I'll figure out later why it added 6. Okay, so the big guy takes full damage. All right, let me check their stats here, make sure I got them right before I completely nerf them.
Newell steps back and boom.
All right, so, and that's a reflex for half. So they seem to take half damage from the attack anyway.
Wow.
And all right, so
The 2 of them take like 20. And
the one succeeded, only took 10. because he took half of half, and the other one took 20. All right. So yeah, as your arcing surge just kind of rips right through them, like their holograms like shake, and you see the distortion effect, and all three of them cry out in agony, and they definitely seem startled by the attack, and then all three of them turn and lock eyes right on New Will, and their eyes start to glow red.
Oh crap, that was bad.
Ryder.
Can I attempt a mysticism check?
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, crit.
All right. So a 28. You can ask. So you know everything that Newell knew, and you can ask two questions.
Oh, I thought you were saying that's all I do. I was like, damn. Do they have a weakness?
Their weakness is, although they are living, holograms are living, they're sentient, they are tethered. So they cannot go beyond where they came to be created. It can't travel more than 100 feet from its projector. If it is ever forced beyond, it's 100 feet beyond its projector, it is immediately destroyed.
So all we have to do is run away.
Or destroy
the projectors.
Okay. And a second question.
They're also incorporeal. Oh, no, you said weaknesses? No, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I figured they were. So yeah, that was the. And does weaknesses count for what they're vulnerable to, or is that a different question?
I kind of count that as the same question, but
Okay.
there are none.
All right, so then, any other question? Same thing. You don't think that's a weakness? Is there a way to turn them off?
The living holograms, no.
Okay.
Even if you killed power to the facility, you would not get rid of the living holograms.
All right, at least we know.
Wouldn't I have known that from my computer's check?
Nope. Because this is a mysticism thing. This is beyond technology.
They've been magically imbued.
Yep.
So in other words, I'm just going to sit there and monkey around with the computer to no avail.
Well, except that I'm going to tell you now.
No. So no, you would be turning off holograms. They said destroy the holograms, or they said shut down the facility. Shutting down the facility won't get rid of them. But what you're trying could work.
No, I asked if there was a way of turning them off.
Oh, other than what Cypher's doing, no.
Okay.
So no, I'm not negating what you're doing, Bill.
Oh, okay.
All right. I will take my action. I am going to try and target a projector.
Okay.
How about the one right next to you? Is that what you yell out?
Or closer.
All right, I'll try.
Help, 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 help.
I'll try that one.
I definitely pissed them off.
Okay.
Where's
sorry,
Switch?
Oh.
Switch is coming up soon in the initiative.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, in the flashing lights, the holograms and whatnot, you try to fire and you just aim wide and you fill the wall with bullets.
Unbelievable. Wow. For real.
Cypher, well, back to the top.
I am going to use my move action to do a get 'em, and I will spend a resolve so it affects any target.
Okay. Do you have to see the target?
Good luck, guys. It's not the targets that are getting the bonus. It's the people.
Okay.
As long as they can hear me yell, get 'em.
Okay. Bill.
So question. My holographic clones, they take, I believe, my action.
Yes.
To create. This ability otherwise functions as a mirror image. Can I do that and continue to work on shutting them down with the computer, or is it one or the other?
It's one or the other. Yep.
Okay. Because I wanted to try to create some clones around Newell to try to distract them from attacking over there. But I also want to continue trying to shut them down. So I will continue trying to shut them down with another computer's check.
Okay.
I have not rolled anything over a 10 all night.
Oh,
So
jeez.
1, 2, 3. No, that still is a success. So you run through, you like grab a whole section of the subroutines and then just brute force shut them down, and one of the holograms disappears around Drez.
Sweet.
You're doing something right, Cypher.
And that one had not.
Keep them off of me. I'll keep trying.
Okay.
There's lots of routines in here. I need some time.
And switch. Did you want to move around at all, Bill, or just stay right?
No,
where
I'm gonna stay at that. I'm gonna stay at that location and keep working on that terminal.
Okay. Matt, your turn.
All right. Can I move there? Around through Timex or something?
Yeah, your allies don't hinder your movement, so.
So I'm gonna go there because yeah, that's probably what I ought to do. What's the difference between all four of these in front of me?
So this is the one that was talking to you earlier, and that's the only difference so far. They all look the same.
All look the same. Okay.
Technically, he was talking to us, but we didn't understand him.
Gotcha. Just trying to
He was
figure out
talking to
which
us
one.
in a language that only Newell and Ryder understood.
Yeah, but I
Trying
was
to figure out
translating for you.
Not true.
which one Newell hit the hardest.
I hit the one right in the middle, and then the one diagonal to behind him.
So this is the one that took the brunt of the damage,
Okay.
but she did hit all three. Yeah.
All right. I will cleave, and I will go after the middle guy.
Okay.
Speaking to us in a language that only Newell and Ryder understood, and Wesley understood, wasn't cussing at him.
Yep.
Too late now.
It's a new ability of mine.
22 is a hit. And it does. All right, so your weapon slides through it, and you kind of cause some extra distortion on it. It only takes. It looks like it takes part of the damage. However, that is still enough damage to destroy that hologram.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. And with cleave, I get to choose an adjacent target. The
one to the top is the main.
Okay. We'll
but nobody's
we'll
touched the one to the bottom.
Nobody touched the one on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy right. Well.
Yeah, go for it. I would.
Yeah. We'll go for him. And so I get to do another weapon attack. Come on. There we go. And my AC goes down 2 points. I'm fine with that right now.
Yeah, because they're gonna hit anyway.
Maybe.
Second one is a 21, and that is also a hit. All right. It does take reduced amount, so that's 14.
Does it matter that it's the two types of damage?
No.
Okay. That's
Alright.
almost maxed
So yeah,
out.
you
for
slash
my
that one.
damage.
It kind of glitches a little bit. You have drawn its attention away from Newell. It's looking straight at you now.
Ryder may say get him. I said bring it.
All right, Wesley.
Okay.
Now disguised as this awful alien-looking creature.
Yes. So you see this awful alien creature with like smoke flying out its armpits, and you see him sit there and do like this thinking pose for a second. Then he snaps his finger, and he like walks up to this projector right here. You see him like rummaging around like in his crotch, and he whips out this piece of tape, and he slaps a piece of tape onto the projector. And it goes, ta-da!
All right, give me an engineering check.
Aw.
Slaps a piece of tape over the lens.
So that was a brilliant idea, but as you go to apply it, you get a closer look at the hologram, and you realize it's not exactly that kind.
Oh,
So there's no lens on it. So you
Oh.
you realize quick enough that if you want to change your action, you can still do that.
Oh, okay. I was like, crap. And just the best thing he knows is, can he do a computer and try to hack? He kind of yells out to Cypher. He's like, Cypher, what are you doing? Maybe I can help. And then like,
Jack into one of those panels and see if you can shut some of these down.
Jack. Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, before you do
I
that,
thought
you
you have to start.
yeah, you need to do an engineering check because you got to physically jack in first.
Okay.
All right. So that'll work. So
Okay.
you strip a cable and you start working it in, but that's going to be your standard action for this
Okay.
turn.
And then he yells over at Timex and is like, just do something. And that's when that giant hologram dog like opens its mouth, and you see this tactical swoop hammer just like as like a tongue, it just goes wham wham out of its mouth. And
Is Timex going to move up?
yeah,
Or is he going to attack Newell?
no, he's gonna move
Bad
up
dog.
the attack here. I don't know if that's enough.
Unfortunately, that's not quite enough. So as the hammer comes out, it kind of gets tangled in the hollow skin a bit, and he ends up smashing against the wall right next to the hologram.
Oh, Timex, bad dog, come on.
All right, Drez.
Dres is like, oh, you little bugger. I'm just going to take a 5-foot step. Actually, nah, I'm going to stay there and womp womp. Full attack.
And womp womp.
Womp womp.
Come on. There we go. Boom. Full attack. Yeah.
The 18 is a miss, but the 22 is a hit. All right, it's going to take half of that.
Is that 18 with a get him?
No, I forgot to click get him.
I don't know if that would help, but it makes it a 19.
Let me double check. That is not quite enough.
Yeah.
Like, not quite.
Yeah.
Like, if there's
Like, is there a +1 on the table?
right, yeah. If this were Living Forgotten Realm, we'd be begging for the +1. So,
Okay.
all right, but yeah, you do a substantial amount of damage to its form, and but not quite enough to hit with the 2 attacks. These things are quicker. Well, they're light, so they're actually probably as quick as you think they'd be. Zelaria. So I did want to ask you one question. So I assume you started to attune last turn, actually.
Yes, I did.
So did you want to go photon or the other one?
I want to go to the other one.
You want to go graviton? Okay. All right. So
Not the. I want to go supernova, not the dark hole.
okay, photon is supernova. Okay, so you are now photon 2. So you continue to charge up. The aura around you grows in strength and intensity. You begin to show brighter. You become your own light source in the hallway.
I'm like a wee little elf.
And you'll be fully attuned next turn. What would you like to do this turn?
That guy.
All right.
because he's like right there.
So you're pulling out your blazing sword.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. And 21 is the magic number.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm gonna slice them into cupcakes. That made no sense. I've had a long day, guys. Yeah.
Strangely enough, as she rips through the creature with her solar cutlass, it is not immune. It is not incorporeal to the effects of her sword, which seem to warp time and space around it. And
Nice.
it takes full damage from that attack.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Dang.
Sweet.
Happy dance.
So apparently you're the doctor. You warp time and space.
I like it.
Doctor Who.
Exactly.
Jinx, Mike.
Pinch poke.
You owe me a Coke.
All right. Now back to the living hologram. It is not happy with Switch, so it's going to unload on him. 29 and a 29 versus KAC.
God.
And with each of
Yeah,
those,
hit.
so you take 22
Even
points of
without my
damage,
-2.
and I need you to make 2 fortitude saving throws. If you fail the first one, the second one doesn't matter.
Alright, so that brings it. I take a hold on. So I reduce that by 22 and reduce that by 14, so that's 8 points of damage I take.
Okay.
Do my math. And you said fort?
Yep, fortitude DC 18. This is not another attack. I'm just putting it there so you can see it.
Come on.
Oh.
So the first one fails, so the second one doesn't matter. So you can look at the notes here. So when its hand smashes into you, suddenly like there's a brilliant, flat and painful flash of light, and you are now dazzled until the start of your next turn. Oh, the beginning of the living hologram's next turn.
Have like little jewels stuck to them. Oh wait, that's bedazzled. Sorry.
So,
What's
so dazzled means you're -1 to
Ba-dum.
all attacks, actions, skill rolls, yada yada yada.
I'm what? I'm minus what?
-1 to all.
Oh, so unclick get him. Okay.
Yeah, basically
But you look fabulous.
everything but damage rolls. So, all right, and it backs up a little bit.
Oh, of course it does.
Newell,
Ah,
Ah.
trying to get a
Well,
line of sight there.
That wasn't so bad.
How do I get him in?
You can crawl along the wall.
Spider pig. Spider pig.
All right, can I try and like go up on the wall somewhere along here?
yeah, you got a climb speed of pretty good at climb speed, so you just climb right up the wall.
To try and get him in line again?
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, you can do that.
And I'm gonna try that again.
Wow, that's your last one.
Yeah.
All right, so let me give some reflex saves. Once again, if these are wrong, they'll be -6. So that one failed. And that one failed. Okay, they both take full damage, which is 40, which is automatically cut in half. So he takes half of that. And if a hologram could look bloody, the big one is looking bloodied. The other one is destroyed.
Oh wow, is that considered the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got like holographic blood, pouring out in places.
Big empty areas where it's not drawn anymore.
He starts twitching like Max Headroom on a bad day.
Max Headroom had a good day.
Good. Good point. Ryder.
All right, I'm gonna spend my action to.
Did I miss the hollow? Oh, hold on. Not your turn.
Not my turn.
I actually missed the hollows. Because the one I put on the initiative, I accidentally deleted.
One went right before me.
Yeah, so I missed their turn. So we'll put them after you. For whatever strange reason, they hesitated.
Yeah, the big one went, and then the other four didn't go.
Yep.
Or 3 or whatever.
All right. So one of these steps forward and actually moves towards Zelaria, who looks like a pretty big threat right now after what she did to its buddy.
I'm just over here minding my own business. Go away.
22 hits you. He punches you for 10 points of damage.
Wait, who? Me?
Yep.
What's your KAC, Kimber? Is it 20?
Yes.
Okay.
So 10 makes me go negative.
Okay, so that goes down to 0. So you take 7 off there, and then the rest starts coming off your hit points, just like that.
I don't like you, Mike.
That's okay. I don't need to be liked. I'm the game master.
Spoken like a true GM.
I would have tried to help you out, but the bonus would have not been enough.
So this one moves up to behind Ryder and smashes him with a 37 for 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is he climbing on the counters?
And this one, is Steven even there to know that I just put a hurting on him?
Yeah.
Oh, I felt it.
He was reeling.
Oh, wait.
So
I
that
step
one.
up
Okay, you stepped up.
and strike.
All right, go for it. Not quite enough.
Even with the +1 get him?
Do you already have the get him included?
Let me look.
I don't see it in his chain.
No, it's not my roll.
It would show up as a +1 morale, I think.
Okay, so it's not included. So that actually is a hit. The damage is cut in half, so that's 9 hit points. And congratulations, Billy. You have put it down to 1 hit point.
Yo, son of a...
Oh, no!
Holla.
1 hit point wonders.
Which does allow me to swing with him one last time.
Boo!
Smashes you for
I
another
tried.
17 points of damage.
Not the face.
All right, so I believe that was all of the hollows that are remaining. So we are actually at Ryder now.
Yeah, convenient. I guess there's not going to be a get him on the table now because I'm going to 5-foot step away. And I am going to use my action to give Zalaris some healing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, it's not technically healing, but
So yeah, this is to your stamina. So it doesn't give you your hit points back, but it does start recharging up your stamina.
Yay. Like how much does it?
25. So if you click on your green circle and do a plus 25 enter, it should add that to you.
I use a stamina, or not a stamina, a resolve point to get it that high.
All right, there you go.
Yay.
All right, Cypher.
All right. Another computers check
Help
to
with the ones
continue
that are
trying to
closing-
shut these guys down.
If you can help with the ones that are closing in on us, bud.
I'm doing what I can over here.
Do it faster.
All right, And 1d3, one of the holograms disappears. So you've shut down a second one, Bill.
3. Yep.
Cool. Which one?
The
One
one,
of the ones
one of the
that
ones that had attacked Ryder up here.
Oh, okay.
All right. Switch.
All right. I would like to take a guarded step here. And then I will cleave again.
Okay. Which one are you
And I
attacking
will
first?
put main attack this guy to the right.
Okay.
Man,
Come on.
I really bungled this one. We're supposed to get information from these guys.
What? Everything's running really slow now. Okay. Here it comes.
All right.
That hits.
Hits.
Even with the -1.
Yep.
And 22 points damage.
He takes half. He is not looking too good at all.
And then his buddy right next to him gets the bonus.
Maybe that's why she waited in the lobby.
And that hits him too.
All right. And he takes 9.
That's not the right. Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind.
So he is still standing. But he is not looking good at all.
Flex as much as an android can flex, and
All right. Let's see if
My
Wesley
eyes-
can finish that one off.
my eye glows red as well.
Okay, so Rosetta Stone says usage is the key to mastery. And then
All the holograms look at you like, what the hell did that kid just say?
then I do a
Kiss your mother with that mouth?
And
Okay.
unfortunately, a 19 is not quite enough to shut one
Nah.
of the holograms down.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
Yeah, that's you have a good roll, but you rolled a 3 on the die, so.
And then I said, Timex, just keep me covered. And Timex will try to attack this projector right there.
Okay.
Again, the dog's mouth opens, and he's like, Timex, bam, and hits.
All right, that hits, and that one blows up. All right, so high or low?
High.
All right, I rolled high. I rolled a 64. Oh, that was supposed to be a 1d2. Suddenly, this hologram just disappears when you blow up the holo projector there.
Nice.
Yes.
Good boy, Timex.
Hit them with things.
All right, Drez.
Sick of you stupid freaking something. Give me something that bleeds, damn it.
Two
there you
hits.
go.
Wow.
So 10 damage and 10 damage. All right, it's gone from in good perfect condition to like bits and pieces of like data streams start pouring off of it, and like almost like they're floating around the wind. It's kind of twitching. It turns back around to look at you, and one of its eyes in the hologram is digitized and floated away, but the other one's glowing red, looking at you.
I thought he only had 1 hit point.
No, the other one did.
The other
Yeah.
one did.
That was the one that I thought stepped up to him.
The one that disappeared.
The one that dis. Oh, I put the wrong one. So this is actually the one that was there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You're right. I deleted the wrong one.
Take that. Freaking picture.
Picture
picture.
pages, picture pages, time to get you. All right, Zalaria, you are fully attuned.
I love you all.
I'm going to go supernova. Because I can.
Get as many of those projectors as you can.
That's the plan.
Totally gonna kill us for destroying their whole ancestors.
It's not our fault they attacked us.
Maybe we
Oh,
can
wait.
leave and
Yes,
just
it
shut the
is.
door and be like,
Yeah, wait a minute. Yes, it is. We hacked into their systems.
All right, so
Mike, did it work?
yep, you unleash. The supernova goes blasting out from you and fills the area. It destroys like the 2 hologram terminals on the wall down here. It blasts into the living hollow. He takes all of that damage,
Yes.
and like it looks like a digitized part of his arm like completely disappears and flies away. All
Sorry,
right.
that might be a little morbid, but it's funny.
He looks at you and is like, "Argh, yeah." Did you want to move on your turn, or you want to stay where you're at?
I want to see where I'm at. I kind of like my spot.
All right.
My bubble is safe. Ish.
It activates a special ability.
It's called Kick Ass.
how big is your circle? If you move, you get more of them?
It's only 20 feet.
Wait. Oh, no. Why are there more popping up, Mike? No. We killed all these bastards and you're bringing more in?
It casts a mirage, effect you're very familiar with, and 2 copies of it appear next to it and start moving towards Switch. And then it unleashes and punches Switch as well.
Cypher, I think you turned the dial the other way.
Oh, boy. Crit deck.
There's a crit. Woohoo!
Only one of those hits.
Yep, the second one misses. The first one's a crit, so that's 26 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'm drawing from the crit deck.
Boom, 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 boom.
26.
The hell does that say?
All right, so... Oh, sorry, let me put it where you guys can see it. Ah, damn it. I'm going to make it smaller so it fits in the hallway. There we go.
What the fuck?
All right. Do you have any grenades on you?
Do I?
Yeah.
On me, no. I've got him as an attack from a long time ago, but I don't have any grenades. The other ones took the grenades.
Okay, then I'll go with the extreme effect. So it smashes into you. Oh, okay. It kind of freezes you, and your biomechanicals start locking up because it hits you so hard, and you find you can no longer make ranged attacks for. Not that you were trying anyway, but.
Yeah.
Your sight is glitching, and for a couple of rounds, you will not even be capable of making ranged attacks.
Okay. I didn't plan on running away anyway.
I so wish you'd had a grenade on you. Did you see what that option was?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have detonated a grenade on you.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm pretty sure I don't have any grenades.
All right, well, I still got the crit damage, and 26.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
I got 1 stamina point left.
Man, I gotta get you again. All right, you will.
All right, I'm going to. Yeah, I'll magic missile the.
In a magic missile, you can shoot. You get 3 missiles, so you
Oh,
can
you know what? Minor fix. I'm sorry. When you hit this one, Billy, you actually did destroy it. I did have them in the right place. So when you smashed that one, it had only had 1 hit point left already. Sorry about that.
Never doubt the assistant DM.
It was just memory.
I waste all my memory on the turtle memory game in WoW. All right. So you have 3 missiles.
Yeah, one in each of them.
Oh, okay. You're gonna intentionally. All right. So these 2 pop.
That makes it easier.
And this one takes, since it's force damage, it takes all of it.
Nice. That's still like a good hit because all others were being halved.
Yep.
At least we know who to hit now.
It looks at you and realizes, I should have gone after you in the first place.
There's a fly on the wall.
Ryder.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna use my turn to continue helping Switch. So I will inspire the lad and say, "This is inspiration now. Get your component ass back in the fight."
Ooh, did you just call him a product?
No, not that.
He's like, no.
No, I'm reading my screen. Sorry. All right.
Oh, I see. You're healing him.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
All right. So will you add that to your character, and you can move yourself, Steven?
I'm actually gonna yell out to get him specifically. That guy.
Okay. Bill's turn.
All right. So the guy that's left, he's one of the duplicates that came off the guy we killed, right?
No, he is the original.
Oh, okay. So I can find him in the system.
Yep.
All right. I will continue making a computer's check and see if I can find him.
Yep. There's only a few of the subroutines left, and you rolled a 1.
I'm serious. I have not rolled anything over a 10 all night. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, so the subroutines start, like, picture something from, like, Hackers. You know, the subroutines start running through the digital city, fleeing away from you as you try
The
to
Matrix
delete
is
them.
fighting back.
All right, Switch.
All right. So yeah, we're just gonna go. You know, let's make this interesting. I'm gonna make this a full-on attack.
Don't forget you get him.
It's clicked.
Just get him.
Bam, bam.
Both hit,
He's dead.
and that is enough. He disperses
Right.
into blue lights. There's a flash, and he disappears.